I was gonna put some creamer in my coffee, but Tiffany got donuts, so I'll drink black coffee and eat a donut.
We're making things here. Not bad, huh? So I took my little Joby and I wrapped it around my mirror, and we're just hanging. I don't know how stable it's gonna be while I'm driving, but this is just a test. We'll rock this for a couple of scenes when I'm driving, so I can do this. Anyway, it's 8:30. We're just now getting on the freeway, a little later than I thought. I had a problem with the vlog. I had to re-encode the vlog, re-upload the vlog, and so it just took a little longer. And then, of course, Tiffany and Bryce come downstairs and talk to them, figure out what her day looks like, and then next thing you know, it's like 7:30, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go. So it doesn't take me very long to get ready, get dressed, but it's just the whole process of getting everything out, make sure I don't forget anything. I didn't bring my laptop this time. I did bring my laptop last time just in case I thought maybe I might need it. Didn't need it last time, so decided not to bring it for the simple fact that if I needed to pull anything up in QuickBooks or whatever. But yeah, last week I brought 10 price sheets and I ran out before I got to Wickenburg with 2 left. And so actually I got to Wickenburg with 1 left. The second one was an old one that I always keep one old one in my clipboard, just so that I can compare prices and show people like, oh yeah, prices go up, prices go down. Like you can see, we adjust prices accordingly. But this time I brought 15, so I got 15 price sheets, and this time I don't even think I'm going to need them all because I've already ran through Salome, and we've got 4 customers in Salome now. So the primary focus on this trip is Wickenburg, which is where I'm going first. We're going to Wickenburg first. Blanket Wickenburg with all the restaurants that I can find in there. Then we'll drive through Salome. We'll touch base on all the same places we went to, just checking in with our new customers. And then the 3 that we didn't get an order from yet, see if we can say, hey, we're coming back through tomorrow if you guys need anything, and just try to get them. And we'll go from there. So that is the plan. All right, we're here, Wickenburg, Arizona. I've already made, I'm technically made 3 stops, but the first one I went to, nobody was there yet. It was too early. I saw a car, but she was literally the only one there, and I was like, I'll wait till there's more cars there. It's the first stop into Wickenburg, so easy to make. But yeah, Wickenburg's not very big. And if I remember correctly, there's like 6 restaurants right here in walking distance. So I'm just gonna park the car and I'm gonna walk it. I need my steps anyways, right? First interaction I had though was pretty good. They had just got back from Phoenix with their lot, and introduced myself. They asked a couple questions. Do you carry this? Do you carry this? I said yes. They both looked at each other like, ooh. So that's a good feeling, right? First introduction was like they're welcoming. They're asking me questions. Do you have this? Do you have that? So that's definitely a prospect I'm going to come back to. Second interaction, I wasn't 100% sure on what the entrance to the kitchen was, because they're like share a wall with some other business and the doors were like next to each other. So I kind of walked to the front door, and of course you get the first, the front lady and the hostess. Is there a kitchen manager here? Not right now. Sure, someone's back there cooking. Anyway, I dropped off a price sheet, but it's a Mexican restaurant, so it's definitely worth going back to. So I made a few more stops, talked to a few more people, but there's these 2 cafes right here, and they're both busy. They're full because of breakfast. And then there's a Mexican restaurant that I stopped in last week here. It's very promising. They open in like 15 minutes, so I'm hoping to pop in there, catch the owner if she's here, and then maybe hit these 2 cafes. Hopefully between the breakfast and lunch rush is kind of what I'm getting. I gotta get to Salome, because from right here where I'm sitting, it's a 3-hour drive back home. Like if I to go, the long way. So I got to make sure that I'm back home by 3 o'clock, so that Tiff and I can go meet with her parents for dinner before Bryce's basketball game. So I'm kind of on a time constraint, and there's a lot of driving. So I want to make sure I give myself enough time for any longer meetings. So we're just kind of killing time here for about 15 more minutes, and then I'm just gonna have to just go for it. So I'm on the far end of Wickenburg here, and there's this old locomotion train sitting here, and I immediately just remembered the I just remembered the live stream that Tiff and I did up here. We did a IRL stream up here at the backpack. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember this now. I mean, I've been up here a handful of times in my life, but most recently, I think it was an IRL stream with me and Tiff. Oh, man, I miss the IRL streams. I really do, because it's live vlogging. Realistically, it's live vlogging, and I miss it so much. Like, obviously, right now it's not feasible, and again, it's very expensive. The reason why I didn't do more IRL streams is because it's $300 a month just to run the backpack. And so, unless you're streaming, 3 or 4 times a week, every week, it's hard to justify $300 a month, especially when I'm paying, $80 a month for home internet and have all the computers and stuff at home. It's like, I can see justifying that cost in the IRO backpack if that's all you do. But an every once in a while thing, it's hard to justify. Unless I have sponsors. All right, we're on the road. Once again, I underestimate the amount of restaurants out here. Doesn't matter how much research I do. I find little places, little nooks and crannies. Like, I found a food truck. It's a food truck. It looks like it's parked permanently, but she says they go down to Phoenix every Saturday for the Phoenix public market. But anyway, it's a food truck, and then they serve coffee. It's a food truck that only is open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They just cheesesteaks, and then the rest of the week it serves coffee and espresso out of it. And I got this amazing chai latte, this dirty chai latte. It's phenomenal. I asked her, I was like, "Do you have like anything special that you make specifically?" She's like, "Do you like chai tea?" I said, "I do." She goes, I have this dirty chai latte that's to die for, because we get this special Thai chai tea that's homemade here in town." I'm like, sign me up. It's phenomenal. But anyway, I brought 15 price sheets. Like I said earlier, I brought 15 price sheets, and I didn't even make all of the stops that I planned on making, because I kept just finding more along my way, and I only have 2 left, and I haven't even got to Salome. It's the exact opposite of what happened last time. And I don't want to print like 100 price sheets and then only give out 5. So I was trying to be conscientious of like, paper and ink and all. But holy crap, like, very promising. A lot of great conversations. Most people gave me their time. I'll tell you what, it was one of those things where I was getting a little nervous and gun shy. I waited that like half an hour, kind of like getting the courage to go. And it's like, man, it's so crazy. It's like, I can talk to 1,000 people, no problem, right? I can talk to somebody one-on-one, no problem. But it's like certain scenarios where it's just like, there's an awkwardness of walking in, like especially the front door. I walk in the kitchen all day. I don't care if I can find the right door and make it in. But yeah, I don't know. There's like an awkwardness there. I feel sometimes it's almost like getting the courage to just walk in the door and go, "Hi." Sometimes I got it. Sometimes I don't. I got to kind of like, but my latte just kicked in, and now I got to pee. So to Salome we go. Stopped off at one of our new customers for lunch. Got some chilaquiles. I had to. Even though technically it's lunchtime, in my head I was like, I'm going there and I'm getting chilaquiles. I want to try it. And they were good. Red sauce, real crispy tortillas. Sometimes you get the soft ones. Sometimes you get the crispy ones. She had crispy ones. I enjoyed them. Refried beans were good. She had this like smashed, like it was almost like a hash brown patty, but then like smashed. It was really well seasoned, like crispy on the outside, little soft, moist on the inside, like a smashed potato. I don't know, but it was delicious. And then she has this habanero. I asked her, I was like, "Hey, what do you do with your habaneros?" Because she's ordering habaneros from us. I'm like, what do you do with your habaneros? She goes, "I make a spicy salsa." I said, "Bring it on, lady, let's go." So I threw that on top, and like, fantastic. I will admit, I prefer green sauce. So next time I might ask, like, can I get it with green sauce? Because that's just a preference of mine. But when I try things for the first time, 99% of the time I'm like, as is. I want to try it as is before I start doctoring it up. You know what I'm saying? There's only a few things that I'll say pass on, right? Like, I order like an Italian sub. I don't want mayo on it, right? Like an Italian sub is oil and vinegar or a vinaigrette, spices, seasonings, that sort of thing. But then, like, you go to Jimmy John's, you order the number 5, and they're like, "You okay with all this?" And I'm like, "No mayo." That's really one of the few things I say, no on. I just don't need it. I don't love the flavor, and I don't need it. Now, I have learned if mayo is the only thing on that, it's the only lubrication, then I'll leave it. But then there's other times where I'm like, can I get mustard? Can I get oil and vinegar? I'll ask if there's an addition. But again, even the first time, I'm like, give it to me as is, so I can try what it's supposed to taste like, and then be the judge whether or not I like it or not. So, chilaquiles was good. It's fantastic. It's my favorite breakfast. I've said this 1,000 times. But that's probably why I make my little egg tostadas now in the mornings, because it's like a quick, dirty chilaquiles, if I think about it, right? Because if I have all the ingredients, it's enchilada sauce, an egg, cheese on a crisp corn tortilla. That's chilaquiles in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? I probably should find a chilaquiles recipe and I should make it. I have one, actually. I think I have two. I have them saved, bookmarked. I've been doing a better job of bookmarking recipes and links and articles and stuff like that I find. I've been trying to use Notion. My buddy Chuck got me on Notion, and I've been trying to just shove everything into Notion, and then I spend an hour organizing. You know what I'm saying? So I got one for recipes. I got one for YouTube stuff. I got one for work, and then even in there, I've got sub pages and folders and stuff. I'm actually getting organized. It just takes me a while, But anyway, I just got a bug splatter, bug guts all over the windshield. Awesome. I talked to my mom a few minutes ago, and I was just telling her how and I said this in the vlog last week, I don't want to be a salesman. I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's not what I want to do. But though the last three conversations I've had is what I do like and what I do want to do, and that is just building relationships and making friends. I use air quotes because I'm obviously we're not friends, but the relationships we build with our customers, going back to that video I made a month or two ago, I said, we're a relationship company, because that's what it is. I know all our customers. I've met them all at least once, but there are some customers that we have a deep relationship with that when the phone rings, I say, good morning, and I say their name, because I know it's them, right? It's not a generic number. I'm good morning, Greg's Produce, or whatever. I'm hey, good morning, blah, blah, blah. How are you? How was your weekend? That's the kind of, so the fact that I'm already building that rapport with people on this route, that's what's worth it. So if I got to do the legwork and break the ice and get my name in there and do that, the nervous part of it to get that stuff, worth it. All right, we made our last two stops. Great conversation with the potential customer. She wants to do it, but honestly, she wishes we were delivering to Mondays, because that's when her big order comes in. That's when she needs the most bulk of her stuff. She has Taco Tuesdays, and she does a big salad thing on Wednesdays. And we're we're just doing Thursdays right now. But I told her, I said, send me what a Monday order would look like. And then I just told our current, a customer we already have, same thing. Send me what a Monday order would look like. And if we can get three. If we get 3 fat orders, it would justify a Monday delivery. And even my dad said he'd do it, which, take that with a grain of salt, because it's not necessarily worth it for him to do it. Mondays are a busy day for him. But nevertheless, we've had multiple people say that Mondays would actually work better for them than Thursdays. So looks like we have some work to do to get Mondays on the docket as soon as possible. So anyway, I've told 2 of them. I'll tell the third one when she sends me her order, say, hey, send me what a Monday order would look like. And then I'll reach out to, we have 4 customers at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 customers with a potential 5th. If all of them could give me a decent sized order for Monday, I think we could just start delivering on Monday, after the first of the year, right? New Year's Day is on Monday, so the following Monday, we could probably start doing Monday deliveries if they're all decent sized orders. I got to talk to my brother and my dad and find out what that number is. I should know that number. That's something I should know. How much needs to be on a truck for it to become, quote unquote, worth it? Because this is a far drive. Right now, from that customer to where I need to go is an hour and 20 minutes. So like, and that's just a straight shot. That's no stopping. That's just pure highway going 80 miles an hour, you know? So that's a lot of fuel on a not very fuel economy vehicle is the vans. And I mean, if we pack this thing enough, the truck might need to be used. If the truck gets used, then we really need to pack it up because that thing is a gas hog. Greenway High School for Bryce's basketball game, last one of the year.
Good one. Good. That's Bryce. Come on. Get it. Yes, let's see.
Oh!
Come on. Get it. Oh, beautiful, Bryce. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, Bryce, grab it. Good try.
Let's go, Bryce. Nice. All right, it's bedtime. In fact, I was in bed and then I realized that I didn't end the vlog. So I got out of bed just for you so that I could end the vlog. Bryce's team won. They won by like 30 points or so. It was kind of a blowout most of the game, but I'll be honest with you, both teams were sloppy. It wasn't a great game, but we just scored more points flat out. I mean, I think the first quarter ended, it was like 25-2. So right from the get-go, it was gonna be a rough game. But Bryce's defense looked great. Unfortunately, he couldn't make a basket. He shot so many shots and missed them, or he took it up to go for a layup and either got the ball knocked out of his hands or he ran into somebody and it wasn't a foul. Fouls weren't getting called, but he, couldn't get the buckets. I think he made 1 or 2 shots the whole game. But his defense was great. So he's definitely a defensive player for sure. And for the record, I did pick up a new customer in Salome. So now we have 5 customers in Salome. So it's gonna be a nice busy day for my brother. And I'm got a lot of prospects, a lot of potential in Wickenburg. So I'm definitely gonna go back next week, focus my efforts on Wickenburg. There's only a couple spots left in Salome that I haven't secured yet. So I will make a trip through Salome as well each time and just keep building that route. So feeling pretty good, feeling pretty positive about that specific route. Tomorrow I'll go in the warehouse, make sure everything's good with the new customers, the new products and stuff, like that sort of thing, answer any questions, catch up with my dad and my brother. And then I have a couple of potential prospects in Phoenix. So we'll make a couple of stops along the way home. And that'll be that. So I'll see you tomorrow.